Hello and good evening. Welcome to Books and Bush Tea. I have a little company with me today. She's going to just hang out for a little while before she falls asleep. My name is Aniki Hill. I'm your host for the night, and we are going to enjoy some lovely, lovely hot tea, and we're going to talk about books. I have wonderful guests tonight, as you know, as you've probably seen. I've advertised this far and wide. I'm looking forward to this conversation so much. These are two lovely ladies that I just enjoy their company as human beings, much less as bookish people and artists and illustrators. But before we get to our guests, I just have a couple of things that I'd love to share with you. You'll see at the very bottom of the screen, we've got some news. We have been invited to participate in World Read Aloud Day. And we're going to talk a bit about that. But first of all, how was your reading week? Welcome to all of our commenters and our followers. I'm looking forward to hearing how your reading week went. How mine went was interesting. We started the Atlas Gene, my partner and I. We do couple reading. So we get an audiobook and we listen to that in the evenings when we're together. I have a powerful book that I cannot get over right now. It's a nonfiction, and you know that I'm a fiction girly. So to get into a nonfiction is kind of interesting. And I thought I was going to read like a textbook, but it is not. This book is changing my life. A People's History of the United States by Howard Zinn. It's explaining to me a lot about how we got to where we are with the way that the world is. And I'm starting to take notes. I'm starting to walk with a pencil and walk with this book. This book is with me when I'm standing up in line at the grocery store. Like, this is how powerful this book is for me. I'm also on the third book of a series, a fiction series called The Atlas Complex. Now, it started with the Atlas 6, which was excellent. It's kind of like a genre bending type of book, because I wouldn't quite call it science fiction and I wouldn't quite call it fantasy. It's like a combination of those two things, but it's very scientific. And it's kind of tough to follow once you get into like book 2 and book 3. So book 3 is a little slow going for me, but I think I'm just kind of too excited by the other stuff that I'm listening to. And of course, I have my bedtime reading, which is, what I fall asleep to some nights. And right now I'm rereading, and this is almost always a reread. I want to always like have something that I know how it's going to end. And it's not going to get me nervous in any way or get my energy up. So I've been reading the Dragonheart series by Nora Roberts. This is book 3. I've read books 1 through 3 multiple times, but I fall asleep now to The Choice, which is book 3 of the Dragonheart series. But before we get any deeper into it, I'd love to hear how your reading is going. I'd love to hear from anyone who's joining us this evening. And it's so funny because there's so many people that read magazines, they read websites, they read a lot, but they don't actually think of it as reading because it's not a book. Let's break that up. Let's hear what you're reading right now. And today I want to make a special shout out to someone very, very special to me, who you might have seen this week because he has been making the rounds. Let me introduce to the stage Mr. Bernard Rocket.
Today, like Remembrance Day or something. I don't know, but I was cleaning out my room and shit, and then I found this book that my friend gave me. It kind of mashed up a little bit, don't watch that, but it's a Caymanian book, written by Aniki Hill. But since it's like Remembrance Day or Heroes Day or something, I don't know, this is my favorite poem that I read in her thing, so I wanted to read it to you and let you guys, understand? It's called Dear Pa. So it goes like, Dear Pa, you are missed every day by those you left behind. Your girls long for your comfort when the world gets so unkind. But Pa, as I look today at what home has become, I kinda glad you left before the damage was done. You see, Pa, if you come back today and we were still so poor, there is no way that you could feed your family anymore. The rabbits you would hunt with the BB gun and the slingshot, if the neighbors were to see you now, they'd run and call the cops. Oh, and those neighbors are no longer people with our last names, but folks who have just come here on some fancy aeroplane. Old people live with their children under one roof and one rent, cause with 1 month's work for 1 month's bill, the money all done spent. I know what you thinking, pa. Don't fret. You know we was raised right. We were nice to the new people, even the crooks we do not fight. But now we need a license to sell breadfruit from the yard. And if you see how much that license costs, you know times are really hard. Spare gun and hook stick worse. Pa, though you raised us under the sea, though you raised us on the sea, we would lose our freedom if we were how you raised us to be. Remember that old coral head where you tied your old fish pot? Bobo went fishing there last week. He in jail because he got caught. Oh, pa, times is hard, and we miss you, we really do. But if you come back home today, it would be illegal just to be you. Like, yo, I rate that poem because our culture is dying. I sweating right now how hard it is outside. But our culture is dying, bro. You understand? Like, and it's sad. It's sad to see Caymanians going extinct. But I love that poem. You go hit up Anika Hill and you can buy one of these books. You know how it go. Alright.
Listen, man. When I saw that video this week, it made me so emotional because, of course, you all of you know that this is my book, and it's my only publication, and I never wrote it for publication. I actually wrote it over the years in my journal, and this young man he has represented that work so purely to the spirit, and he has embodied it in a way that I am just overwhelmed about. You know, it makes me very, very proud. I had to message him. He's a very special person to me because when I first published it, I had to find him and say, "This is for you. I think you're gonna like this." And he sat down in my kitchen and we talked through the book, and it made me so present to just how literary our Cayman society is. Okay, like we have always been readers, you know. And thank you so much for the comments, folks. He did so well. Yes, I did write it, but he just delivered it with such a pure spirit and so authentic. You know, he was just so authentic with it, and I'm so proud of him. But you know, it made me think that that's exactly the person that I wrote for. You know, this is the Caymanian man and the Caymanian person, because I find that our young men in particular are expected not to be readers, and they are. You know, some of them really are. You know, I'm so proud of him in so many ways, and I'm so grateful for him for sharing that, because it's for all of us, and he really embodied it. Like it's his now. It's his now. It is all his. I hand that one over to him. That one belongs to Bernard. But it brought to mind a couple of things. And I'm so glad my guests are coming on, right? So they would have known the Bodden town I grew up in. So the imagery of like the place where they used to tie the fish pot, they're going to know exactly where that coral head is. And we're going to have that conversation a little bit later. But I wanted to share with you something pretty special that I became aware of today that is going to be happening next week. And I'm going to bring it up on the screen real quick. We actually get an opportunity as readers here in Cayman to, hang tight, to participate in World Read Aloud Day. Right? Can you see it yet? Is it coming up? I don't know if you all can see the screen. I'm trying to share it, but I'll tell you where to look. It is litworld.org/world-read-aloud-day. I'm going to try this one more time because I'm not sure it's actually sharing it properly, but I'm going to try again and we're going to get it up. Share. Not sure if you can see it, but if you can't, then I'll tell you a little bit about what it is. So Life, which is our Cayman participant, which I think means literacy is for everyone, life. It's a charity that promotes literacy all throughout Cayman, and they're encouraging everyone to read to others or share a story with a focus on giving it a Caymanian theme. And Bernard made me think of this because he read this out loud right beforehand. It's a great opportunity to think about the power of reading out loud. The Life team next week, Wednesday, will be going out to the preschools, the primary schools, and probably also the Pines on February 4th to celebrate World Read Aloud Day and to read out loud to listeners. And I'm actually excited about that. That's something that I used to look forward to as a child, and I still do it with my niece and my nephew and other kids in my life where we read aloud. If you would like to participate, I actually invite you to post yourself reading a poem or a story online and tag the Books and Bush Tea Show, and we will also tag Life. We'll make sure that that is shared. Let's all participate in this. This is a community-wide event. Look at what one person's courage and passion spread throughout our community this past week when they connected with a piece of written work. I invite you to do the same this week as well. And thank you all for the comments that are coming in. Yes, he looked like he wrote it. He embodied that piece of work so well that, you know, it felt like he worked, like he did it himself. That one belongs to him, like I said. That is no his. But I'm actually quite excited to introduce to you my guests for the day. And that does not include Lucy Brown or Lucy Ben. What are you today? But I have two lovely guests that are going to be joining me today. And I'm excited because we all get along so well and we have similar passions. We are connected to Bordentown. We're all Bordentowners. And I'm going to introduce to you, first of all, Miss Kristi Anderson. Kristi is a self-taught artist based in Cayman. She grew up on the island and she later traveled abroad for university, where she studied communications and strategic marketing. While that path shaped how she thinks and she tells her stories, her heart has always belonged to creating art. And she is now happily stepping into the journey full time. Kristi is also the designer of the Books and Bush Tea logo. If you didn't see that earlier, you're going to see that now. Her work is detailed, it's playful, and it's often sprinkled with a touch of whimsy. And I would also say a touch of the surreal. Kristi loves exploring color, texture, and storytelling through illustration, whether she's working in ink, acrylic, or digital media. And much of her inspiration comes from our culture, the flora and the fauna of our home, Cayman, which she translates into island-themed prints, coloring books, which we're going to see today, and fun printables. Kristi typically begins each piece with a pencil and a pen, layering in digital color depending on the work. She loves inks, pencils, and markers, and they are her go-to tools, keeping the process tactile, expressive, and just a little bit unpredictable. And I'm going to welcome to our show this evening, Miss Kristi Anderson.
Hey, hi y'all.
I am so glad to have you. Welcome.
Yes. Thank you very much. It's interesting to be here. I'll tell you that.
I can imagine. I can just imagine. And Michelle's going to join us as well. So Michelle Bryan is a Caymanian, also from Bordentown, a published author and illustrator. She's a Christian, a cat lover, a recipient of the CNCF Artist Grant in 2021, featured artist of Taste of Cayman, illustration artist attendee of the Rock Retreat in Gibraltar, which I want to hear about, by the way.
Yes.
She's also the wife of Micaiah and Micaiah, he corrected me once, and I think it's Micaiah, the mother of Luke and daughter of Elsa Wood of Bordentown. And she's also a corporate governance professional and a baker. Michelle has showcased her artwork at Goodness, Cocoa Fest, Red Sky at Night, Experience Cayman Live, Christmas at the Castle, and she was the featured artist at the Taste of Cayman. Michelle's creations come out of a place of deep desire to add beauty to a chaotic world. Her art is usually described as whimsical. However, she notes her art is a vehicle to spread her message of love, hope, childlike wonder, and creativity. She has been an artist from before she could remember. I'm going to welcome Michelle. Hello,
Hi.
Michelle.
Hey, girl.
Thanks for having me on.
I'm so glad you're here.
Thanks for having me.
I love these beautiful faces. We're going to have so much fun tonight. But I also know Kristi has a 4-legged baby somewhere about the place too. So listen, if you pick him up, we're good. Then I won't feel so out of place.
Oh, maybe. Let's see. Oh, that was a solid runaway. So we'll wait.
Okay, that's a solid pass. We're a little camera shy.
Solid pass right now.
Not this one
solid
over here.
runaway.
Fair enough. So let's talk about it. Ladies, how did you become illustrators? I want to hear the stories, like the background story. Kristi, I'll get you to go first. And I'm going to probably show some of your work as we go.
All right, no problem. Okay, how did I become an illustrator? Through a long and winding road, but we got here. Basically, I can tell you my first memory of when it sank in that drawing was sort of my piece. Mm-hmm. I was in Savannah School. Hey!
Sorry, Michelle. That's the two of us. That's not you.
Oh, I saw her, Michelle. It was the
I thought you guys were bond counters. I thought you were going to have bond counters.
Listen. I had no control where I was enrolled.
That's all right. I used to find you on a Saturday or a Sunday, though, Michelle. Don't worry, you still mine.
Oh yeah. We still drove to Bordentown to go home. That's all I'm saying.
Fair enough.
But yeah, Savannah School, probably like year 4, and it was a art class. Hey, best time of the day. Mm-hmm. And I drew the ship on the 25 cent. Yeah. Now, do I know where that is? No. The memory still exists though. And it was on, do you guys remember that green and white line printer paper?
Yes. The one that was like accordion paper that had the circles on it.
Mm-hmm. Tear the sides off of it. It was literally on something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. So that's where it sort of like dawned on me. But again, coming from a Caymanian home, you're told basically you have to eat. So we're gonna up the education part. I know you really like this, but we're gonna go and do this first.
Yeah.
And came back and started working and realized that very quickly my workspace was filled with all kinds of drawings, all kinds of doodles. I love a Post-it note, like Post-it note.
It's such a tiny size.
Yes. My first Inktober that I posted on my Instagram is literally on Post-it notes. I know it's all zoomed in and stuff, but it's Post-it notes. The entire 15 drawings that I did, Post-it notes. But basically, it just started dawning on me, while I'm sitting there doodling, getting working through my process, and it's just coming out in the pen, that I really liked this. I really liked this a lot more than the typical 9 to 5.
Yeah.
Which, in all fairness, I still do have a 9 to 5. I still have to
eat.
I still have to eat. I still have to survive in the Cayman Islands. It's still a thing. Mm-hmm. Great thing is though, this 9 to 5, I can function. It's great. Mm-hmm. I actually do graphic design in my 9 to 5. So it's still tapping into my creative aspect that doesn't drive me crazy. And it can't, my day can't be filled with Excel spreadsheets. Bless you all. Mm-hmm. I can't do it. So, having access to Adobe Creative Suite and Canva and all of the fun programs that come along with graphic design makes my day just a lot better. It makes it a lot shinier, makes me able to get up and go to sit at this 9 to 5.
That Adobe Creative Suite
is beautiful. If they, it's beautiful.
I mean, it's tough though. It's a tough one. But
yeah. Okay.
I like it. You gotta learn. You just have to learn it. It's something you really have to learn.
Practice. And then as soon as you have it, then they introduce something else. You're like, no, but I really like this one though. Because I've already learned all the stuff on this one.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, Adobe Creative Suite came to light for me in college, actually. I took an advertising class that we had to build our own ads. And one of our first assignments was basically to build an advertisement for dog food without using a dog, food, or any form of collar or leash or anything like that. Wow. Least to say, mine did not make the mark, but the one, yeah, girl, when you're starting out, hey, you gotta start right somewhere. Right? The one that did actually like get the A in the class was I was like, oh, this is brilliant. Okay, he went completely outside of the box. Basically, it was a sun ray with a door frame and the dog shadow in it and the dog bowl shadow. And it had the tagline at the top for the brand of food. And yeah, I was like, oh yeah.
Oh, that's almost cheating, though. Oh, that's so close.
But
that's
I mean,
some of your work, Kristi. I love like you. I'm gonna add this to the stage.
Yeah,
look at that. I love this. I saw this on LinkedIn. This is the escape button, and you know I have something for Poinciana tree, so this is kind of special.
Yes.
And where is it?
Beautiful.
So where is it? Oh, this is a good one. So this is our district.
I figured. Right by guardhouse.
Yes, well, a little bit down is by
yeah.
It's by the what is the structure called? Right across from the public beach, basically. So there's that road, and then
right. By the monument.
Yes, that one.
Road.
Yes, thank you, Michelle. Oh my gosh.
This is the one by Monument Road. It is. It's the one before or after?
Before. It's literally
okay.
Before. It's like
so that's
house
right before. That's a
like
Jackson house, I think.
There's an.
It is actually a Nikki.
Yeah, because the Jackson and the woods were in that area. That is so good.
This one is literally. I put it out for Easter, so you're supposed to find all the Easter eggs in the photo.
Oh, that's fun. That is fun.
Yeah.
All right, let me just go. Oh, I think I went in the wrong direction for these, you know. Oh, I saw this one. You had this on LinkedIn as well.
Yes. So the fun part of this was part of my Inktober. I do Inktober. So I've been doing Inktober for like the past 3 years. And for those of us that aren't like inclined to watching artistry on Instagram, Inktober is basically like a worldwide challenge, and they put out these prompts for the month of October. And basically you can interpret these prompts any way that you see fit and you want to do. So this year I actually did a theme, which was the soja crab that I named Claudius after running a poll. It was super fun. CLAWDIUS, Claudius.
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 Well, boss.
And this prompt, I do believe it was like slow down or something, or don't go fast or something like that. Like the prompts are it's very wide, it's very open, it's very much up to you, the artist, to like interpret and put it into your own like vision. The rules around Inktober are basically you have to use like a pen and black ink and do as much detail as you can with that apparatus, which basically that's what drew me in, because I like a black pen. Oh, we like a black
all
pen.
of your stuff have black pen.
Yes.
I love how different both your styles are. And we're going to get to Michelle's in a minute because it's so diverse. You can see the diversity of what's available. This is my dad's style. My dad, as you know, my dad was an artist. He went to Edna Manley. That was his thing. And he loved pen and ink. Like, what do you call it? Line and form.
Line and form. Yeah.
And what's this one?
Okay, so this one's a little close to the chest, all right? I'm not even gonna lie. Even when I put it on LinkedIn, I had to put the disclaimer, look, this is close to the chest. So basically, this came out of, I have a fascination with Miss Lassie and Van Gogh. I do. They're I know, but they're both my muses. So what happened was I took Caribbean history art class at university because I couldn't get into the drawing class. So I was like, oh, score, we'll do Caribbean art history. And basically that course took like every Caribbean island. I'm talking from Cuba, like including Bahamas, Turks and Caicos, all the way down to Barbados, the ABC Islands, all of it. We saw a spectrum of art from everywhere, which of course, for somebody like me who, you know, you always learn that the European arts are great and this is the example and this is where we are and this is how we got brilliant. To see like raw Caribbean art and literally all of our art is on like planks of wood.
Yeah.
And it's on like surfboards.
And
It's
some
on
of the native art, some of the native art, like the Taino art in like the Dominican Republic.
Yes.
Blew my mind. Yep. Mm-hmm.
Right. So basically this whole class went down, and my final project was to do a local artist from one of our own national artists. And coming from Cayman, I was like, okay, this should be easy, right? But all right, we're keeping in mind that I went to school, you know, when the internet was Ask Jeeves. Yeah. I'm gonna do that like weird reference so I don't date myself too bad.
Oh my goodness, Ask Jeeves. I have not heard that in so long. I didn't. Wow. You just wiped me out for a minute. Continue.
Welcome back, girl. But basically, when I went looking for Caymanian artists, I got Miss Lassie fed to me on a silver platter, basically. We didn't really have, you know, our Cayman sons and our native sons and all of those.
That came later.
Yeah, it was all very much after that, right? So by the time I was looking for a Cayman artist, Miss Lassie was the one that popped up. So me and her went on an entire project together, and I viewed her house from so many angles. And here's a funny part. I've never actually been in this house.
You know, neither have I.
Because I mean,
have you been in there though?
In all fairness, I haven't been paying attention to the opening hours, but I know it was kind of like up and down. But I've never been.
Maybe I should go one day. Let's make that a plan.
I think that's a good plan. Let's go see Miss Lassie house.
Let's go look for Miss Lassie, and that's a bush too, you know.
It is.
So this one now.
So as Miss, well, I can finish. Yeah.
Oh, go ahead.
Well, which one? Okay, yeah, we'll finish this. So the combination of the two is basically because I had such an in-depth like learning circle on European art, from basically going to sixth form in Canada to university to masters. Like I had a deep historic lesson in European art, which is fine, which is how I found Van Gogh. And I got to see his sunflowers at the London National Gallery. Girl, that was a moment. So the combination of this is literally my two muses coming together and sitting on a bench and having conversation.
I like that image, and I like what she has on too.
I like she got a straw hat too.
Oh, sorry, the straw hat, and you see just that looks like something my granny would wear.
Yeah, it's
so perfect.
I mean, I want to say duster, but
a duster.
It's a little bit more dressing than a duster.
A little house frock. Oh, that's cute. That is so cute. All right, let's take a look at these last two.
Okay, so this one, as Miss Simone Scott pointed out to me, is one of the houses in the Brack. I had this house in my like Rolodex of photos that I keep just for inspiration. Yeah. And the quote at the bottom, "Home is where mom is sort of what caught my attention. And it made me think of my mom.
Yeah.
And yeah, putting it all together was quite fun, actually. It was quite cathartic, to be frank about it. But yeah, so that's where this came from. And it was
the backers were chiming in. Decia Foster saying she loves it. That's Josh Dilbert coming in. This is beautiful artwork. Yeah.
But yeah, so this was for Mother's Day. This is what I did for Mother's Day.
Oh, that's beautiful. That is so good. And this is my Poinciana again. Can't go wrong with a Poinciana, boy.
It's so
I feel like this is one of your favorites though, isn't it? Because you have Poincianas in so many things. It's even in my logo. Right?
It is in your logo.
Okay.
So here's what I've discovered about myself. I like a season. I like seasons. And in Cayman, seasons show up with different flowers. And during summer, the flowers in my neighborhood were all poinsettia. They were all.
It's so true. It's so true.
Right? So, and you know, when you drive into spots and through spots, poinsettias, they're just hitting you. Like you're just hitting with the colors all the way. You drive there, the drive forward, like, you know, you're seeing them all over the place. So this was done during summer. And basically it was a quick put together. I concentrated on the flowers because I really wanted them to pop.
Yeah, because the leaves are hard. I've done them a few times and they're not easy.
they're not easy, and to be able to convey that what it actually is without it looking like, nah. This is the reason this came together. And then, so it's actual part of, so I did 3 of these, which is, yes, as you pointed out, I did a lot of poinsettias. There was 3 series. There was this one, the escape key, and there's a girl lying in poinsettias all around her. I didn't share that. But that was the 3 for my summer. I was on a poinsettia kicked. I even put it in my description. I was like, hey, I'm feeling this, so I'm going with it.
yeah, as you should. And then you also mentioned that you create coloring books, and this is where I think each one of us has some form of book out in the world, and I love that someone has actually done a coloring book. And it's perfect because you do the line drawings anyway. You do the ink drawings anyway. So it's a perfect setup for a coloring book, and you actually get to share your art in a whole new way. Yes. But tell us how this happened.
Oh wow. To be really frank, I was sitting in a law office that I was working in, and I was so very much needing an outlet. I needed an outlet just to get the world going. And I'm just saying. I just needed something to get my gears going. And I drew the Mission House that you can see on the front of the cover.
I love the Mission House.
I drew that page, that coloring page. We can show you. Look, I popped it out because I remembered.
Oh, you got it there?
I do. Let me see.
And the Mission House is the one in Bodden Town, right?
Yes.
That's behind Gun Square. A lot of people don't know that is there. That is really beautiful.
It's a beautiful spot. That's the page.
Oh, so that's what got you started. We actually have someone asking Alfred. Oh, we got Alfred from Real Talk Love and Lies as a guest today. Welcome. Hey, just calling out to a fellow host of a show right now. Where can I buy the coloring book?
Just shoot me a message on Instagram or LinkedIn at this point.
All right. And we'll share your information. You can just pop me a note, and I'll share it with everyone on our Books and Bush Tea pages. I'd love to print the print of the one of the 5 on the porch with the red dress.
Oh, she's talking about the earlier painting, the last painting.
Oh, okay.
The last drawing, yeah.
All right. Okay. Let me get you set up with your Instagram. Just message it to me real quick and I'll make sure we add it.
Okay.
But Kristi, thank you so much for sharing your work. We're gonna get into a little bit more about what makes you tick, and then we're gonna talk with Michelle. Hi, Michelle.
Hello.
Hello, my darling. How did you start out? How did things start out for you?
Similar, like I said before, I can remember I've been loving art. I remember for Bodden Town Primary School, now Theolin McCoy, had a career day, and my mom asked me what I wanted to be for career day, and I said an artist. So I came dressed as an artist, 2nd grade. So I knew from time before I can remember, I was always drawing, coloring, or creating something like that.
Yeah.
But I really think it really was fostered from Bodden Town Primary School. I had a really great art department. I had a great teachers, but particularly Miss Darbra Panton Bodden and Miss Farrell, the principal at the time. We used to throw pots. We used to paint ceramics. We had a kiln.
Wow.
But yeah, from a young age, I remember loving art from that school.
Yeah.
But yeah, I always doodled and drew, but like you said, we got eat. So similar story, I went into business. But I still drew. I never stopped drawing or doodling or journaling. So I was always doing some form of art. And after I got married, my husband, Makaya, you had it right the first time. My husband got me.
You have to tell him that I got it right.
Okay. He had to say hello, by the way.
Oh, hi, Makaya.
But so he bought me actually like a course at Art Nest when they first opened. And so it was a watercolor course. And that's when I reignited my passion again. That was in 2016. So that was when I first started drawing. And I think just because I made it like a habit and I was consistently drawing every day is how I like improved. And so I'm self-taught as well.
Yeah, very disciplined, right? It's just
Yeah. Not just when you're feeling inspired, but all the time just drawing something. And also participating in Inktovers and K-tober. I created like a K-tober where I created my own prompt list one year.
I saw that, by the way. I'm sorry to cut you off, but I did see your K-tober. But
I participated in that.
Yeah.
I was in the middle of Inktober, and then I saw your K-tober, and I was like, no.
Yeah. I have so many ideas for art, like ideas, like prompts or books. I have so many different ideas that I would love to make this my full-time thing, but it's where we live. So, but so I've always been drawing. I've always been illustrating. I love children's books. It's my favorite form of illustration, to create, to work with other people, and have my own aspirations of what I could potentially do. But yeah, children's books is where like my bread and butter, where my heart is, to be honest.
And of course, you just finished. Miss, you can just turn your volume down just one little bit.
Oh, sorry.
I think we might be hearing ourselves just a little bit. You just finished illustrating Miss Joy's book, and I have that somewhere here. Hang tight. You don't have a copy on you right now, right?
Not on me right here, no.
All right, you hang tight. I'm gonna go find this. I keep it next to my. I keep one next to my bed. Let me see if I have it over here.
Is the volume okay now? I put it down a little bit.
Yeah, I think it might be. Kristi, test it.
Test
Sorry,
it.
I'm hollering, but I actually have my mic on me. That's hilarious. No, I don't have it over here. I think it's in the bedroom. Never mind. But Miss Joy's book was illustrated. You illustrated that entire book.
Yeah.
But you stuck to watercolor, right?
Definitely, yeah, watercolor.
Some of your stuff. Oh, she's so cute. Tell us about this one.
This is Miss Agouti going to shop. I love the little Agoutis. I love that they're like so Caymanian. And this is like her going to Foster's one Saturday or something.
With her little pocketbook. Oh, she's cute.
She's adorable.
And it's so whimsical. Like, I love that you do the animals. This is like Claudia's.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I love this one. Michelle, did you do this one? You did this one right after the storm, right?
Yeah, I did that actually in aid of Jamaica after Hurricane Melissa. So that's the Jamaican national bird hugging our national bird, Cayman parrot.
Oh, that's so beautiful. That
one sold right away. Like that sold overnight, and the money was given to Red Cross to aid Jamaica.
Oh, I can imagine. I can imagine. That is such a kind image.
It's beautiful. It is a kind image.
I love that both of you have such different styles. And Michelle, like when you actually do like the illustrations of kids in particular, I see how you get their emotions to come out in like the movement and play. And I saw that in Miss Joy's book as well. Oh,
yes. This is so pretty.
This is actually a greeting card for Christmas. So I really love that one. Yeah.
Oh, Alfred the Real has. I wonder if Kristi and or Michelle could illustrate a certain door-to-door salesman. You sound like you're getting some business.
Door-to-door salesman.
We've got Francois Minsvet saying that this is so beautiful. Yes, I love this. So this has the backing of the sand. Thank you very much. And this is something that we don't even talk about anymore because it's not even done. I'm not even sure it's legal.
Probably not legal.
I don't think it's legal. I don't think you should.
Well, I don't know if we're gonna find it at this point.
You're fighting nature, so
Nature, yeah. You got your cassava cake, your Christmas tree.
That's like a Cayman greeting card that I sold at Goodness in town.
Oh, the presents. And this is so good. This is so good. And I wanted you to explain this one because this one's special.
This is actually a clip from my children's book, Beach Day at Peace Bay Beach. And that's what I consider in my mind the heart of Waddingtown, where everything was happening when I was growing up, was between the primary school and the fresh fruit store. So everything in between, like Cumber Avenue, Gun Square, my grandmother's house was like this focal point. Monmouth Road, like you mentioned, and the two gas stations where it was more like a hangout spot than just a gas station. But yeah, and the caves but
Oh,
yeah,
this is
that's where I grew up, right there.
the
This
back row.
makes me want this makes me want to say to you, so your grandma house was back there, and mine
Yeah.
was through that little patch of grass that you could walk from the back of that road to the front.
Oh, she was.
So Garnell Anderson, well, Royal is probably the more person that you would recognize. So Royal Anderson, but my grandma was Garnell Anderson, and like just like how you said, her house was the focal point of Bodden Town for me. So I'm looking at your grandma's house and I'm just like, you're so close.
Yeah. Mr. Neville's shop too was a place that we used to frequent.
Oh, yeah.
With our pennies to try buy some candles.
With the Neville shop. My granny's house, I think that's her house there that you drew right there behind Monument Road. Funny story. When I was younger, and I don't know if Michelle, I don't know if you remember this, because I don't know if they did this, because you're quite a bit younger than I am. But my granny would open up her bedroom window and holler across the bush to your granny.
I remember this.
And they would holler, and you couldn't tell what they were hollering, but they knew what they were hollering. And it was either Spanish or English or some combination of the two. Right? And it was the funniest thing. And did you know, I don't know if you know this part now, that there was a path between those two houses?
Yeah. Because I actually went to preschool on Monument Road. So we had to go through that path to get to Miss Maud preschool. I remember that. So my sister used to carry me on her back. And can you imagine like a 9-year-old carrying a 5-year-old or a 4-year-old?
Well, my mom
used to like back then we used to walk everywhere around unsupervised and just be safe.
Yeah.
It was just normalized.
And so Kristi, the bush path must have carried from Miss Undina's up towards yours.
Yeah, so because
I love this.
So hold on, my grandma's house hit the road. It hit Gun Square Road. So the entrance to her house was Gun Square Road. Was on Gun Square Road. So my grandma's house was literally next to the old post office. It was the old post office. There was a little road there. Then my grandma's house fence began. So you could enter from Gun Square Road, but her sister lived in the back, which basically there was like a makeshift fence. You know how we did it. That had an opening. It was an actual opening, and you walk through this grass lot, and you hit my other aunt, grand aunt at this point house, and all her children were there. So when I saw Michelle's granny's house, I was like, hold on, we're real close, yo. Yeah.
And then Mr. Cedric would have been right behind Neville's.
Yeah,
because that was another bush path. There were so many little bush paths.
There's a lot of bush paths.
So many little ones.
And then these little dirt
people used to tell me when I would take a shortcut, they say, "Oh, that's a Bodden Town, and she knows shortcuts."
Yeah, even in town, I know all the shortcuts. I know all like the holes in the fence and stuff that you can walk through.
Yeah,
always looking for those little shortcuts. This one is very special. I have to say. And you said, and this now, tell us about this one, Michelle.
So this is when I went to the rock retreat in Gibraltar in 2022. My art style changed a lot. I think it got way better because I was sitting under like mentorship from really amazing worldwide recognized illustrators. And they taught me so much in that short, brief little touch and go kind of like meet and greets. And this is what came out of it. This is, I don't know if you guys recognize who this is. Do you recognize who it is?
No.
Baba?
Close. It's Mowgli and Happy.
Oh, girl!
Yeah, from the Jungle Book. Yeah.
Oh.
So, yeah, I love this one.
Babar would have had a crown, right? Babar had a
right. Yeah.
Babar. I forgot about Babar.
Very distinguished.
Mowgli. I'm thinking, I did think Jungle Book, but I really couldn't remember his name. But yeah, I didn't remember there being an elephant in that.
Yeah. Disney is definitely like where I got my love for art too, like Disney and watching
cartoons.
Those old, like very traditional watercolors, like landscape and stuff. I love how they look like. That's right. It is Mowgli.
It is Mowgli. So you went to Gibraltar to do some studies. So I've actually never done any form of formal study. And I illustrated my book. But Kristi also illustrated, she does her coloring books. And then this one is Michelle's. Beach day at Peas Bay Beach. Peas Bay Beach. Tell us which Peas Bay Beach this was.
No, they're not there no more, so you can't even go there. Sad to say. But back in the day, we could go to this beach. It was open to the public, and that's where Mr. Burt Watler took me and his two granddaughters, who were my best friends growing up. Like we were inseparable, especially during the summers. So we would go to this beach. He'd come pick me up in his little blue car, him and his two granddaughters, and we would go to this beach, and we had such a great day that I'd never forgot it. And this is like how many 20 odd years later, I'd never forgot that day. And that's just one of the many stories of growing up in Cayman and in Bordentown that I have on my heart that I would love to put into, pen and paper, but in a physical book. But yeah, so this is one day, one really great day I had at the beach with them, and all the things we did and all the fun games we played with basically nothing. We just had the land, living off the land.
And we create from the land. We create from the land. We all
sea grapes, So
yeah. I remember we used to take the sea grapes and make a cup out of them.
I was about to say, curl it up into a cup, and then you had a cup and you could walk, snack.
Yeah, walk and pick up and snack as you go. Oh man. And there was so much animal life in those tide pools when we were growing up as well. I remember my brother and I came across we actually watched a sea cat clean out like suck out the insides of a crab one day, just walking that beach. My brother and I, we were little watching this happen. Watching this, by the way, for those of you who don't know what a sea cat is, that's what a Caymanian calls an octopus. That's what we call a sea cat. But we could see so many interesting things because nature was so vibrant when we were younger. Right now it's a lot more barren, which is very, very sad to see. But it's there was so much. We've got quite a few lovely comments, ladies. This has been a great show. Beautiful memories of Bordentown, a special place. Fantastic stuff, guys. I thank you for. Oh, and this, of course, is a Minzet. We got a Bordentowner who got weighing in. I thank you for bringing all the beautiful memories from bringing in Cayman from 1985 with this awesome artwork. I think this has been beautifully done. Now, ladies, I feel like I need to have you back on because we don't have a whole lot more time left. But I know you are also both readers. And we probably should talk about that at another time as well. But I have some work I need illustrated. And I feel like you guys inspire me to do children's books. Not because I would want to illustrate, but I would almost want to like give you each some of my poems that I have for kids and just have fun with it. Like, the collaboration of that, I would have so much fun with that. So please let me know your availability on that kind of thing. Because we do have
I can attest. I can totally attest. Aniki is a wonderful person to work with. Totally.
Bless you. I thoroughly enjoyed, I enjoy working with other artists. This is one of the things that I don't think we do enough of. Like, there's so much, look at how much fun we've had this evening, just enjoying the passion that we all have for the work that we do together. But I have questions about what you're up to now. Like, what's next? What's next? Go, Kristi.
Oh, hey, go.
What are you working on next?
Okay, so currently I have a pretty big commission with a lot of pieces in it that I'm working on, and it's pretty much all year, which is super interesting. But by Kristi Annette brand, I have some, let's call it, things I have been working on in the back end that I need to finish, in true artist form. And basically, like, I have like 8 things on the go, and maybe one of them is close to being done. But like I said, I really like seasons. So my art sort of revolves around the seasons that we have in Cayman. All of the cultural aspects I like to hit. So this year, not to like put any pressure on myself. So if you don't see it at Easter, don't come for me. It's coming. But I have a really nice Easter one that I would love to put out with my bun and cheese and a little nostalgic throwback. Again, fingers crossed that I get to finish this. Okay, y'all?
Yes.
I also have a couple other ones. So I have an Agriculture Day one as well that I would love to put out. But again, we'll see. We have to 9 to 5 first, and then, you know, when we get home, we have to art.
Yeah.
But past that, just gonna keep on producing is something similar to what Michelle said. Basically, keeping the artistry going every day, keep the practice going every day. So some fun things may pop out. And again, I may be missing, but I am working on other things that I'll get to share. Oh, I can say this. I can share what I have been working on at the end of the quarter. So I'll put out
We've got to
I'll put out a big
for that.
Yeah, please.
That sounds good. That sounds like interesting stuff.
Yes, hopefully you all like it. Again, it's already been put out, but I get to put it out at the end of the quarter. You gotta love commissions. You know, they have rules.
Oh.
But yeah, I also actually did some stuff for the Blue Belt program, which is super fun. They're on a trip. We'll big them up a little bit, but they're on a trip around the Caribbean. They're studying deep sea life, and I got a chance to make some digital stamps for. But she's my cousin. She's my cousin on board. She asked me to make some digital.
Discount, bro.
I mean, we're not gonna talk money.
Fair enough.
Yeah. But she asked me if I could do them, and I actually had some space over Christmas that I could actually pop these out. It's a very similar layout to my Christmas stamps that I did. And so I'll be able to post that. So that's super fun. And that's basically covering, the theme was around the Caribbean. She was like, I want Cayman, I want Anguilla, I want TCI, and I want to see all of the different stuff we're going to see. So snappers, boobies. And my top one is, the boat that they're on.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
I want to see both of you do a mahi-mahi, because I feel like you would do two different styles, and that is such a beautiful fish, a dolphin. They're such a beautiful fish. I'd love to see you both do it. Michelle, what are you up to next?
Well, as you know, I just finished illustrating Miss Joy's book, Big 26 Illustrations. That was a big project for me for 2025. But I have my own project I'm working on, my own children's book. And I also have potential children's books with other local authors. I can't really say much to them now because they're still in the works. But
we know how to watch this space, and we know how to find you as well. Hold on, I'll put that up so everyone can find you. By the way, I follow these ladies. If you are not on social media for any other reason, go on to social media to follow artists. Artists are the ones that make the world go around. They keep you hopeful. They make you... it's so funny because I was telling the ladies before we came on that my niece is obsessed with illustration. She wants to create graphic novels. That's her current goal in life. Okay. So we haven't really varied too much. We have wanted to be an artist. We have wanted to be a writer. And now we have decided on merging them. We're 8. Okay. So 8, and she wants to be a graphic artist. So she'll go on and find different books that she loves, and then learn who the illustrator is. And then anytime she sees Auntie, we have to go and sit down and go through those Instagram profiles. So of course, I've taken her through both of your Instagram profiles. She has seen them both, which I'm going to share here. This is Cayman Shell and by Kristi Annette. And you can always go back and watch the show again if you want to grab their information. But I will also be sharing some of their info on our own Instagram at Books and Bush Tea, which I'm going to also share. So it's one of the things that I feel like makes life worth living. You know, in such a dark time, it is so important for us to connect with the beauty of the world around us, with what we have left in our humanity that we can be proud of, because there's quite a lot there if we actually stop and look. And you all are inspiring me, because I actually had a resolution this year to start. I've decided not to do any outward facing art for the year, but to start a sketchbook. Like so I'm doing, and you know, I'm learning how to do on-site stuff and just walk with it and use my pen and so on. So
I love people watching. That's such fun. Like people watching and sketching. Yeah.
But I'm terrified of it because there's so much. I don't know why this is more scary than doing a single large piece for some reason. But this is what you guys do all the time. Right. So hats off to you. I don't know what it is about it that it just challenges me to do it. So I'm staying internal for the year, but I'm looking forward to living and watching your work on Instagram and seeing what you come out with. So Michelle, you have to come back with that new book.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. And Kristi, whatever that project is, you just want to call me. Oh, there we go. There's the fur baby. Oh, sweetheart.
Hello, Teddy.
There we go. Hey.
We start with one and we end with one. What a beauty.
I don't know how
Ladies, man, listen, it has been such a pleasure. And I just wanted to ask you a couple of questions that I ask all of my guests because you are also readers.
Mm-hmm.
This is my lightning round, and this is how we're going to close the show off. Tell me, is it fiction or nonfiction?
Ooh,
nonfiction for me. Nonfiction.
Mm-hmm. Kristi, you got fiction.
Oh, all the way. Like, yes. Let me live in this imaginary world.
Yeah, fair enough. Audiobook, ebook, or good old paper?
Oh, all of the above. I had to think about this really. Like, because I like reading on my tablet. I like an audiobook, and I like a real book. It's something about being able to put your bookmark in the middle of a
pretty
book.
One. Like I have a pretty one that has lines on it, so it's a real special thing.
It's a thing to be able to put your bookmark in a book.
Yeah, to see your progress. What do you say, Michelle?
I prefer the old-fashioned, hard, physical book. But right now, the way the mom life is, it's audiobooks for me.
You gotta protect them. You gotta protect that paper.
Yeah. No time. Just the time isn't there to actually sit down. It's on the go. Yeah.
Yeah, that's when the audiobook is amazing, man. I keep saying audiobooks in traffic, you will never have road rage again. You just got a good book on, unless it's one of those ragey books, at which point in time, like, you just screwed. Reread or one and done?
Ooh.
I've re-listened to audiobooks when I really, really love them. So, and I hear new things the second time around.
So a mixture. I'm a mixture in here. So
you gotta love it.
Oh, gotta love it. So okay, for example, I love the Hunger Games trilogy. I read that book like it was my life. Oh my God. I cannot reread it.
It's just like you only going through so much torture once. Only once you can go through that kind. I hear you. I completely hear you on that one.
But there was a Sandra Brown. I don't know if anybody knows her. I love her. She writes romance fiction, like mystery, like solve the case type of deal, and it's all mixed into one book. It's great.
Okay.
She had a book. Now, can I remember the name of it? I'm sorry. It's been a while since I've reread it, but I reread that book like 8 times. It was on and popping. I was in it. But yeah, that was several years ago. So you have to forgive me. I don't remember the name.
No,
but
that's
I still read.
There's always one though. There's one that hooks you, and you just
I still read Sandra Brown.
Those become my lullabies. When I know what's gonna happen and it's nice and gentle, those become my lullabies. Ladies, it has been such a pleasure.
One more thing. I'm going to recommend this to people that love reading. So
tell us.
Lessons in Chemistry is a wonderful book.
Okay. Thank you. We have to talk about that, and I'm probably gonna just do a live with you real quick about lessons in chemistry sometime this week. But we're gonna talk. Michelle, thank you so much. Kristi, it has been such a pleasure.
This was fun.
Yes. These are the girlies. We all came from like within a square mile of each other.
Literally,
right.
Listen, have a lovely evening. Thank you to our guests for being with us today. Thank you for all of your support. And I'm looking forward to talking more about books next week.
See you.